Hey guys, welcome back to Coolest Gamers. I'm Pete.
I'm Dylan.
And we're back for another Disney Day Expo 2022 reaction. This is the only other trailer, Marvel-wise, that was actually released to the public. It's Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion.
Yes.
Which is something I'm super excited for. A great comic book storyline that ends up happening where basically, to sum up, the Skrulls come to Earth. It's discovered that they've infiltrated all levels of government, including some of our heroes. And, you know, those people are usually in, like, they didn't kill them. They're like in some secret alien prison. They moved them off world, and they're taking over and manipulating the Earth because there's this whole prophecy that happens in their culture, and they believe that the Earth was destined for them after their homeworld was destroyed, and so they come here. In this show, I imagine there's going to be a lot of tweaks to that story, but we're getting Samuel L. Jackson really back, if you think about it, for the first time in a major way in a long time in Marvel, because he's been popping up here and there, but for the most part, he's been pretty gone since Phase 1, like in a general large capacity.
100%.
And so it's going to be really nice to have a series that focuses on him. Ben Mendelsohn is coming back as Talos, which we last saw them in Captain Marvel in the major role, and then we did see them in Spider-Man Far From Home, which was the second Spider-Man movie. You figured out it was them in the after credit scene, but if you actually go back and watch the movie, you could see little nods there that Nick Fury wasn't Nick Fury, and it was clearly him and his wife impersonating him and Maria Hill, respectively. So to see those characters come back and kind of have Skrull v. Skrull, I would imagine, I think is also going to be fascinating.
100%.
Dill, with me saying all that, is there anything that you know about this show, looking forward to, want to see, anything?
No, so I don't really know much about it. When I first saw it, that a trailer came out, I thought it was that huge project, but that's Secret Wars.
It's a little wild.
So I know that, I was like, that's 25. There's no way this is that trailer. And then, of course, I'm seeing the year 2023 now. So no, I don't know really anything about it. Great to get Samuel Jackson back in a Marvel project, probably in a huge way here. So I'm excited to see the trailer and get a little taste.
Yeah, so guys, we're going to jump into this, and we'll talk more after. So without further ado, here we go.
Cool, let's do it.
I think this is going to be a little dark.
Yeah, really?
I think so.
So there's people trying to take over Earth, like a secret society?
Well, yeah, well, Skrulls, remember, shape
Skrulls, yeah.
So.
Oh, that looks very alien-like, right? Oh.
Well, it's Nick, but is it Nick?
This is going to be like a mind up of a show. Absolutely.
I have called for your help plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those calls go straight to voicemail.
Maria, she's back too, Colby Smulders.
Yeah, well, this is different.
Oh, shit. No patch too these days. It's so weird.
How much do you know about your security detail? What do you mean, how much do I know about
Oh, awesome. Cool. Oh, wow. Agent Ross came back too. What was that?
We gotta be very careful now.
Ben Mendelsohn.
It's creepy. It's like cult.
Yeah, well, they all look the same, if you noticed it.
Oh, jeez.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
No shape.
This is just the beginning.
This is my war.
I think Amelia Clark is in the show, right? I think that was just her.
That may have been. That wasn't Monica Rambeau before, was it? In the very beginning?
Yeah, that's right. But I don't think it was, but I had a theory in my
And what is that?
Got the patch back. It's so badass right there.
Well,
this is going to be an absolute mindfuck of a show.
Yeah, and it feels dark.
Yeah, which is what I said right before we started. There's a shot I want to go back to here. But yeah, guys, I wanted to check something real quick. So there was a woman there for a second that, like, you asked, like, oh, was it Monica? There was for a second, for a hair of a second, I was like, oh, is that one of the characters there from the Luke Cage show that they were kind of bringing in? But it was not. It was another woman, but that was picking up the gun there as well. But very dark of a tone.
Yeah.
I said to you beforehand, I had a feeling it was going to do that because this is, it's kind of a serious storyline
The
of
thing is-
infiltrating all the high levels of government.
Yeah, the other thing is that, well, and you sort of said the trailer makes it feel very grand scale.
Yeah.
And a lot of shows are within the characters. WandaVision is within
Yes.
the character.
In a
She-Hulk
small
currently
town.
within
Yeah.
the Moon Knight. They're within characters.
Yeah.
This seems like a world scale show
Yes. Yeah,
with
it
a
will be.
lot of big name characters and a lot of big roles, and that is something we haven't really necessarily
We've been lacking
seen
a little bit.
from
Yeah.
a Marvel show very often. So that's, I mean, this you could have probably done this as a movie.
You absolutely could have.
I
Yeah,
mean, this
I think that's a great
gives
point.
movie vibes.
It
you
gives
know?
movie vibes. It gives spy thriller vibes. I saw
Yeah.
one of the comments here. It says it gives Winter Soldier vibes. 100% agree. I mean, I still contend that the Winter Soldier is the best Marvel movie that's been made. That's just my opinion. But it does give those vibes. It gives those dark, serious vibes. And the thing is, and you said this, and I'll say it again, is that it feels like it's going to be a mindfuck of a show. And by meaning that, it's that we are going to constantly, if it's like me and you and Nick T or whoever else reacting to the show, because we will be, you're going to be looking for any semblance of clue where, did that character act like they normally do?
Yeah.
Because you're going to be wondering, hold on, are we watching Nick Fury? Are we watching Ben Mendelsohn in this moment? His
Yeah.
Skrull character? Are we watching any of these people? Or are we watching Skrulls that are against us?
Yeah.
That because they're shapeshifters, they can infiltrate, take your memories, take your habits, your tics, all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
That is a very scary thing to think about.
Yes.
And so in this show, it's setting that they're already there.
Mm.
And it looks like Nick is afraid of what's going on. The way he's contacting Maria, saying that this is different. This is why he's really reached out and came this time. Like, he's taking this super seriously. We know he's most likely been building Sword. We've seen that, I think, at the end of Far From Home. We've seen that in a couple other things that have been hinted. Sword is basically the version of S.H.I.E.L.D., but in space.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to protect against planetary threats before they land on Earth.
Okay.
He seems like he's been building that. That's probably why he's been up there and
Yeah.
he comes down on the ship, if that's actually him there.
Yeah.
So now what brings Nick back to Earth would be something this major. And so we're going to get that spy thriller, that thing that makes you question, makes maybe your skin crawl. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a perfect, serious tone that we haven't had, like an outright tone, the way at least they're portraying this, in a while in the MCU.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to get back to that.
No, me too. Yeah, I think that it's gonna be good. It feels kind of creepy and unsettling, and
Yeah.
you know, an element of that is something that I was expecting a little bit more of. I think in actually Moon Knight, where
Fair.
it would be like, all right, what's real, what's not,
Yeah.
and in hindsight, they didn't really tackle that element.
It was more
that
about
much.
his mind.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is kind of gonna be what I thought that was gonna be, in the sense of like who's real, who's not.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's just because Moon Knight deals, especially the way they did it, it deals a lot more in the supernatural, fantastical elements. And I think that was a great character study into mental health and all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
in terms of questioning yourself like
And
this,
what's real?
you're going to get that a lot more in this show when you're especially dealing with shapeshifters. I'm not sure, but correct me if I'm wrong down below, but I don't think they've said who Emilia Clarke's character is going to be. Maybe they have. But finding out where she fits into the story of, you know, is she against Nick? Are you going to be able to, I imagine she'll probably be working and helping Nick at some point.
Yeah.
But are we going to be able to trust her? How does she fit in the story? How much is Maria Hill in this story?
Rhodey seems like he'll be a
Rhodey
major
is in this
player.
story, right?
Yeah.
And are any of those people even actually our characters,
Right.
or have they been taking over already, right? So there's going to be constant questions of that where you're going to be wondering, and we're going to be debating week to week of like, I don't think that's them, and I think that's going to be such
Based
a,
on the
a
trailer,
fun
it
part.
seems like Nick Fury, at least to me, is indicating that there is a security system that you're able to use
could be.
to identify if someone's real or not.
It might be.
So
Maybe they've been
that's-
working on some tech.
Yeah, that's something that I think that almost needs to be in the show. Otherwise,
You're screwed.
I think it could get very out of control.
And you pointed out a certain scene that I didn't know if you wanted to talk about real quick. It seemed like there was some kind of torture scene that was going on there
yeah,
as well.
I mean, it seemed kind of disturbing. Maybe they identified that was a character in disguise, and they were trying to expose them to come out of their shell.
That's possible. I also took it the other way, that it's a bunch of Skrulls trying to get a normal person information out of them.
Oh yeah, that could be it too. I mean,
So I took it as like that.
Yeah.
It could be that way as well. So I think there's a lot of angles to this. I'm definitely going to watch this a whole bunch of times. and I love the monologue that was played over this as well. It's all about mistrust in this one, and that's going to be the theme that's going. And hey, 2023. No, I don't think confirmed release date, but you would imagine this is probably going to be in that first quarter of the year. I'd say somewhere in that March to Mayish range. I'm thinking more March could work for the show because you'll get Ant-Man in February. You could drop this in March. It's done by maybe April-ish, and then you have the summer slate of movies coming out. I think that's a perfect spot. Hey, maybe around my birthday this comes out.
I think this is the, based on that trailer, the project that I'm actually most excited for right now with Marvel.
See, that's great. See, you get some hype back into this. I think there's been some shows I think that we've both I've liked more, if you've liked more, or something like that. I think we're both into this.
And even absolutely. Yeah. And even like the next 3 movies coming out, there's none that really
it doesn't give you
me.
the hype.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see them, but like this seems really intense.
Yeah. This seems, and I actually like that it's in you said it could be a movie. I actually like it's in a TV format because I think that week to week, that's going to create conversation. You're going to get those water cooler conversations, as they call them.
Yes.
Absolutely, from the show.
100%.
So, guys, let us know what you thought of the Secret Invasion's first trailer down below, coming from Disney Expo 2022. Hell of a trailer.
Yeah.
Going to be really, really exciting. So let us know what you thought. And anything we've missed, either project details that I haven't caught, or anything from the trailer, we would love to hear from you down below. Like the video, subscribe channel, share with your friends if you be so kind. And until next trailer reaction, thanks for watching.
Thank you.